Just beat you.
You hear me, coach? Gilliard, yo! Breaking ankles. Barkley ahead. Oh, at the buzzer. What can they do? On one to the finish. Five seconds to go. Speed towards the basket for two.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the ASEAN Basketball League's game between the Macau Black Bears and the Singapore Slingers, live right here in Batam in Indonesia at the High Test Arena. You're with me, Ben Ibrahim, and my good old buddy here right next to me. We got Ardo or Bernardo Cardia Dimeggio, aka Ardo, and you're with me, Ben Ibrahim. Ardo, good to have you back with us. My man, today's game is going to be very, very interesting. The Singapore Slingers, after that epic, dramatic victory over the Saigon Heat versus the Macau Black Bears, who have found some rhythm in this tournament.
Absolutely. I think this is going to be a battle of titans once again. When we have a winning team such as the Macau Black Bears that are 3-3 currently, having a 3-game winning streak. Against the Tigers, 109-85. Against the Eastern, 71-67, which was a close match. And against the Tigers, of course, 94-64. Kind of a blowout. But they're having so much momentum coming in, going against such a difficult and physical Singapore Slingers.
That's right, because it's very, very interesting, these two teams. Different brands of basketball. The Singapore Slingers are more defense, grinding out, and let's get to it. Whereas the Macau Black Bears are more rack attack and attack it to the tin. Let's look at their form in the recent games in terms of the numbers. Ardo, break it down for us.
So in the recent game for the Macau Black Bears, they did really, really good in terms of their shooting, but could they improve and continue on their match against the Tigers? This is the first time going up against the Singapore, who are top 3 in steals and blocks per game. And so Macau being at this very moment second to bottom in field goal percentage, so 39.6% may not cut it tonight to be an advantage for them. But Singapore Slingers on their last game against the Heat had 55 rebounds compared to the Heat's 34. So they're gonna clean up the glass tonight. May that be to their advantage for them. And since it is also the first time with Macau, who are second in three-point made. So I'm sure the Slingers' defensive coaching is trying to figure out how to stop their shooting. But a player to watch is definitely Chanpong Lau, who is playing 24 minutes per game, 5.7 points per game, 3.3 rebounds, 1.2 assists, who will bring in that extra help for our import players.
Well, his name is Lau Chonpong, and he's a very, very good player, good outside shooter. And this man right here, I really, really like him, Larry Liu, a real local product of the Singapore basketball system. You know, I mean, put the numbers aside.
Okay.
He's a hustler. He's an aggressor.
Right.
He plays good, lockdown perimeter defense,
Nice.
and an outstanding player, and coached by veteran Singapore coach Neo Beng Siang.
Absolutely.
So that's really, really, you know, we look at the Macau Black Bears as we can see them on screen right now. D'Angelo Hamilton, he's got to watch his foul trouble today, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. I think when he's the one who's trying to be in the paint and he's always ready to rebound, he just cleans it over and over again. And when you're down at the paint, you know, it gets messy, and he's asked by the coaching staff to defend, and that's what he's been doing. But unfortunately, he's up to foul trouble, maybe about 4.2 fouls at least a game.
And this man right here, Daquan Abram, he handles the balls. He handles the ball so well, doesn't he?
I mean, he's just a modern wingman, a two-way player. I think he's averaging over 24 points a game with 8 rebounds and at least 4 assists. And he's going to bring so much impact for the Macau Bears tonight, absolutely.
You know, the Macau Black Bears the other day against the Hong Kong Eastern team, they're a good team, but they've got to have consistency because they've got 4 guys who handle the ball extremely well. But the other locals, you know, they really are craving for the minutes in the Macau team.
No, it is true. And I think part of the reasons why they're being so much involved in the minutes is because it is part of the development of the Macau basketball, and so it's difficult between, okay, do we give more minutes so that they give more exposure, but at the same time we need to win the basketball game, and so it's always a challenge to find the right balance between minutes and also winning basketball.
Absolutely. And right now, our master of ceremonies, Johannes, right?
Johannes Albertus.
Yeah, Johannes, we have an MC today, which is really, really good. He'll be announcing the players very, very shortly. So let's have a look right here. And these are 3 referees for the game.
From Malaysia.
So we have
And now,
Lok
the
Saman
player from
Dahusun from Thailand
Macau.
and Lung from Malaysia. So a multinational, all players.
Number 6, Ivan Du. Number 9, Raymond Yong. Number 10, Pu Cheng Cheng. Jersey 26, K Long Yong. Jersey 27, Y Seng Chan. Jersey 99, Sean Wai Chan. Jersey 0, Daquan Jalen Abram. Jersey number 2, Isaiah Barry Allen Wade. Jersey 11, D'Angelo Hamilton. Jersey 48, Chong Pong Lau. And the captain, Jenning Leong. Coach Charles Dubres and assistant coach Chi Holai. Get ready for Singapore Slingers. Jersey number 5, Zachary Chian Kai Hauser. Jersey number 6, Ding Lon Tai. Jersey number 8, Yung Chuan Teo. Jersey number 12, Yuchen Dustin Chiam. Jersey 18, Jun Hao Ma. Jersey 22, Hongta Calvin Lim. Jersey 11, Larry Liu. Jersey 23, Dalvin Go. Jersey 24, Kentrell Barkley. Jersey 34, Chancellor Geddes. And the captain, the X-Men, Xavier Alexander. Coach Xiao Bengxiang and assistant coach Michael Johnson. Macau Black Bears versus Singapore Slingers.
And this is the starting 5 for the Macau Black Bears. No surprise that not much different to the team that defeated Hong Kong Eastern just a few days ago when we first started this week on Thursday, the 12th of January. It's the 15th of January today. Hope you're having a great Sunday wherever you are around the world. You're watching the ASEAN Basketball League. The starting 5 again for the Macau Black Bears: Jenning Leung, D'Angelo Hamilton, Lau Chon Pong, Isaiah Wade, I Wade, and Daquan Abram will be the prolific point guard right here.
I really cannot wait to see how they're going to deliver the ball today. Just the amount of assists that they have. They are a top 5 assists for their for this league. And so, but when we look at the Slingers, they're a physical team. They're going to break it down. They out-rebound all of the opponents of this whole ABL Invitational 2023. Just an amazing display, a clinic on the boards.
Absolutely. And there's the Macau coach, Charles Dubois-Bray. I spoke to him before the game and the importance of having locals play. And there's CJ Geddes right there. He'll play a massive part in terms of those second chance points and in terms of those rebounds.
Oh, absolutely. And he's CJ Geddes is absolutely a modern big, where he not only can get into the paint, but when you give him so much room, he's going to drop that three-pointer and make you wonder, should I have gone closer so that he doesn't have to get that much of a better shot?
Okay, we are going to cross over to a pre-recorded interview we had with Zach Helser, number 5 of the Singapore Slingers. Earlier in the game, he's the rookie of the team. Let's have a listen to Zach Helser's pre-game interview right now. Against the Saigon Heat the other day. Tell us about that dramatic.
I mean, yeah, it was a really good win. We came back. We were down 10 in like the fourth quarter, and I think it was really just our defense and kind of our help defense, like first help and second help. Really understanding that kind of helped us come back and win the game. Yeah.
Now, the Macau Black Bears are really another tight team. There's a lot of teams that are so even in this competition. What are you going to do to try to, slow him down and to win the game? What brand of Singapore basketball is going to come out today?
I mean, our offense, honestly, kind of always is pretty solid, and we're always able to get out in transition. But again, like the most important thing is just playing defense, fighting over screens, help defense, and especially defensive rebounding. Because offensive rebounding, we're always pretty good, but we always need to crash the boards on defense and then be able to still get out quick in transition. I think that's the main thing that kind of will help us win most games. Yeah.
And final question, as a commentator, I'm saying Zach attack a lot on TV. So you are one of the young prodigal talents of the ABL, and you're playing really, really well at such a young age. What do you think that's down to?
I think it's just down to confidence when you step on the court, because of course, I don't get the most playing time. I get like 15 to 20 minutes a game maybe, and it kind of just depends on how confident you are on the court, and especially your ability to play defense, because you can always be able to play offense. You can be able to score 20 points, but we have a bunch of people who can give out 20 on any given night. So it's kind of just up to me to play the best defense I can and help the team, and then if I can score as well, then that's great. So yeah.
A big shout out to Shumei and Chris, the parents of Zach. He's such a talented young man, and he's such a very nice man. A great job to Chris and Shumei for raising a fine gentleman. That's what this game is all about. Big guy, Bernardo. Gentleman versus gentleman, but when they're out there, it's like children against children, isn't it?
It feels like that, especially if you already have a family and you see all these young players, getting some exposure, just getting ready for the league and just to play. But they're still grounded. You can tell that they still love their families and they're doing their best. And they play for a reason. They play for a bigger thing beyond basketball, which is always great to see young players coming into the league and seeing the big picture, not just to deliver what they need to deliver on the court.
Well, look at that man right there, Tae Ding Lun. I first started commentating on him in 2000. I think it was 2015 or 2016. They were young, raw guys.
Oh, yeah.
Some of these guys are engaged. Like some of them are married. A big shout out to guys like Wong Wei Long, Leon Kwek, Russell Lowe, Wu Ching-de. Those were the nucleus of the Singapore team that went to 3 ABL finals. This Singapore team, I must be honest, very unlucky not to have a championship.
Okay.
Yeah, they lost to the KL Dragons in 2016. They lost to the Hong Kong Eastern Long Lions. Now rebranded to the Hong Kong Eastern team, 3-1 in 2017, and we were very unlucky to lose to Coach Brian Ross of CLS Knights in 2019, where Wong Wei Long, playing as a CLS Knight, hit the outside shot because he became a local player because his grandma is Indonesian.
Oh, yeah.
So
that counts.
The heritage rules, yeah, that counts. That counts. But today, what counts is the Macau Black Bears taking on the Singapore Slingers in the next 40 seconds or more. And we are going to expect 2 brands of basketball: aggression, never say die, hustle, attack the rim, transition by the Singapore Slingers, hallmark Coach Neo Beng Siang and Michael Johnson basketball versus the very young and expressive and dynamic style of Charles Bray, only 41 years of age, showing a lot of motion, a lot of attack, and really working it from their quarterback, their very talented quarterback point guard, Daquan Abram.
Yeah, Daquan Abram, he's he's quite a player. He's dropping 17.8 points per game and also 6.2 assists, not to include 8.2 rebounds per game. He also boasts 1.5 steals per game at a high usage rate of 36.7 minutes per game. So if Abram does not do his usual 36 minutes and to bring at least 18 points, could they have little chance to win today? We will just have to see.
So the starting five coming on for Singapore at the moment: Xavier Alexander, Larry Liu, CJ Geddes, Kentrell Barkley, and Delvin Goh. The two talented locals of the Singapore team is Larry Liu and Delvin Goh. Delvin Goh, I made him famous before the pandemic. He did a posterized dunk on,
oh, did he?
I think it was one of the Malaysian local players, and I got given so much stick by the Malaysian fans on Facebook. That is Ching Cheng Hua, because he just put him on his back and served up a facial. And I just said to the fans, look, he played well, he dunked well. What do you expect me to do? I'm Malaysian, but I'm going to be neutral. Yeah. And the current five for the starting five for the Macau Black Bears is Wade, which is Isaiah Wade. And then you got Daquan Abram, number 48, Lau Chonpong, a very, very good outside shooter, D'Angelo Hamilton, and Jenning Leung, the one and only. Jenning Leung's mother is a Canadian and his father's from Hong Kong, so very much a multinational guy. Jenning, bounce pass, D'Angelo, thought about it. Oh, turnover, here comes Kentrell, Euro step, and couldn't finish it at the rim. Geddes there to clean it up, floats it and sinks it. CJ Geddes cleans up what he couldn't finish.
Well, the reason why is because the defense read that kick out from the inside that enables a quick, fast break.
Really good start here by Singapore. Clumsy for Macau. Delvin Goh, national team. Geddes in the lane. Posting up, out. Kentrell fires, miss. Oh, lost the handle right there. Poor communication, wide open swing. X-Man, miss. Rebound there by Wade. Outlet pass to Daquan. He's calling for 5 men outside the arc. Handoff, Jenning. Will he throw up a floater? Kick for the triple. It's in! Knocks it down. What a shot right there by Lau Chonpong.
Lau Chonpong was actually just waiting there at the wing, and he knows that he's going to get his kick out, and he's ready for a shot and flushes it in.
CJ Geddes being double teamed. Good steal right there. Daquan brings it up quickly. Cross out. Hamilton thought about the three. Daquan saying, I need one man outside. On the drive, good screen by Wade. Wade asking for it, cutting in. Alley-oop! Special delivery could not be delivered to the point of destination. Not the greatest pass, but keeps it in. Lost the package, shot clock violation.
I think the Macau Black Bears took a little too long to make that shot. They were just too careful, but it's almost like they're reading how the Slingers are defending them at this point in time.
So don't forget, the ASEAN Basketball League set up in 2009 by their founders to really give Southeast Asia, at that time, a pathway for basketball talent. X-Man, the star of the team, Kentrell Barkley, couldn't put it down. Jenning Leung, the architect, the offensive composer, drives, pump fake, shoots off the glass, and it's in. He's got going, Jenning Leung.
This is so good because Leung is just looking, okay, am I gonna go in and attack? Just check the defense. When he fake pumps it, and looks like it didn't bait yet, but took the nice shot off the bank.
Zading Lewin with the pass. Sorry, Larry Lee with the pass, my mistake. CJ was double teamed. Larry fires! Too much mustard on that one. Daquan with the easy skate for the rebound as he brings it up quickly. He's looking for options. He's almost double teamed. Wade. Oh. Thought the referee would have played continuation there. It could have been a slammer jammer by Iwade.
I think it could have gone so much worse because it was a one-on-one situation and ISO down the block. But thankfully it was just foul in the bottom. Or else, if you look at the replay again, there was one-on-one. And number 11 there,
Larry Liu.
Larry Liu, had to make a decision. Am I going to foul him? I'm going to let him score on me.
Jennings in and out on a three-point attempt. But that was a good foul by Larry Liu. Barkley, skip pass. Larry. CJ, miss. D'Angelo with an easy rebound. Quan. He's calling for play on the floor. Daquan, step back, triple on the way. It's good. Daquan has hit the basket.
That's a great shot by Daquan, and he's just almost testing the air to see like how much is the defense going to give him space, and it looks like in the first quarter there's already too much space.
CJ from the 18-foot point. X-Man has yet to light up, mid-range. It's good. Nothing but net.
It felt for a while that the Slingers were just rushing it, but this time, you know, it was a good shot and a good look from Geddes down at the top of the key.
Quan, oh, Iwade recovers. D'Angelo, step back, three on the way. That could go down right there. But look at Singapore, the way they tried to attack the glass and get those defensive rebounds. Tried to deliver it, triple team, wide open. Larry Liu couldn't put it away. Iwade with an easy rebound. I think they need to bring on Calvin Lim, another very talented swingman for the Singapore Slingers. Another young, talented guy who was considered very young once upon a time. Floater, couldn't bank it in. X playing at 1 and 2 sometimes. CJ posting up, spin. And
that was another good foul. I believe.
I was about to say.
It was a good foul. It was a good foul because otherwise Geddes would just had that spin move, and if we could see the replay again, we will see that as soon as Geddes made that spin move, he was just ready to attack the basket, and he had to stop the play before he could get a shot.
Barkley goes around the screen, swing. Good defense by Macau. X-Man, there's a mismatch right there. 18-footer by Geddes. Couldn't get the roll. And Isaiah Wade is a rebounding machine at the moment. In the lane, pump fake, and he gets the deuce.
Hamilton was waiting for that inbound pass high and low and gets the receiving end and does it an easy lay before the defense could ever set up.
X-Man, he hasn't come into this game yet. He's more of a facilitator at the moment. Barkley, a big shout out to Barkley's two moms, Beth and Barbara, in and out. Hook shot, yeah. Oh. Looks like CJ Geddes is there to mop it up with a big, big cleaner.
I mean, if there's any expectations from a big man import, that's one of the things that needs to be done, or else I don't know why they're in the roster for.
Absolutely. D'Angelo, step back, three ball! D'Angelo Hamilton is on fire today.
See, not many people know that Hamilton has been practicing that shot every day to the point that it's a practice shot. It's no longer an in-game shot.
You know, I really like D'Angelo Hamilton on and off the court. He's a really, really nice guy. He went to Washington State University, and, you know, he did a psychology degree. So he knows the psychology. Maybe that's why he's got that very cool haircut. Put a bit of fear. Don't fear the beard, fear the hair.
Fear the hair.
But Singapore, at the moment, they're down by 7. CJ Geddes with most of the production. X-Man being the facilitator from the elbow. Geddes, he is the main man for Singapore at the moment, and he's got 6 points.
6 points, and they're all shots around the bank and elbow area. It seems like he's just gonna live there and make it all night long.
Daquan. Give me the quad from the outside. Hits the three-point shot. Singapore not frustrated as yet. X in the paint. Double team out. Doesn't go for the swing. Delvin will go for the drive. Kick. Larry around from the elbow. In and out. Hamilton with an easy rebound. Outlet pass to Jennings Leung. Channing Leung, the multinational man. Channing looking, surveying, where's his options? It's good defense here by Singapore, great defense by Singapore. This is the transition I'm talking about. Bounce pass, finishes with a lay. Mr. Larry Liu with the 2.
It was actually the defensive end. That was the start of the fast break that happened. And every time you have that break from the defense, this is an automatic attack on the other end.
Oh, look at that skyrocket moment right there by the I-Wade man. I call him the Minnesota Miracle Man because he was born in Minnesota and trying to create havoc and destruction on the Singapore team. Not in Singapore, in Batam.
I mean, this replay doesn't really explain the athleticism of I-Wade at all. On the game yesterday that he played was just an amazing display of his athleticism. And to show that, you know, in any position, he could just find the shots and just still somehow manage to get to the bucket.
And now the man, can't see him at the moment, but Zach Helzer is on the court as I-Wade bricks that shot. So look out for Zach Helzer. I call him Zach Attack because he really knows how to attack the paint. He's a really smart guy. 18 years of age only. How young is that? Delvin Go was 16 when he came to this league. Bounce pass. Off the fake. There's Kelvin Lim, the IT graduate. Barkley, Lim. Lim releases. Bang! Kelvin Lim. Local talent. Stepping up when it counts, and it's now a 5-point ball game.
That's a good shot from the corner. I'm actually wondering if that could have counted just as a part of a 3-point or not, but it was so close to the line, but he still got the shot.
No offensive foul, and Hamilton, he sprained his ankle.
Yep.
They're playing with 4 players at the moment, the Macau team. Can Singapore take advantage? Barkley, spin, yes, and 1. He gets the bucket and the bang.
And 1, we just saw the mismatch by Barkley when he sees it. It's when you saw the mismatch, Barkley just had to attack down the middle.
Coach Charles Dubois is going hard at the referees. Why didn't they blow the whistle? Because of D'Angelo Hamilton. And Xavier Alexander now having words with the referee. Barkley converts the 3-point play. Don't forget, Barkley was the 17th pick in the 2019 G League.
Oh.
Great talent. Daquan, great pass. Fires! Bang! A big shot right there by Yang K. Long with the long shot.
It was a beautiful look, and he was waiting for the spot-up shot and ready to knock it down on the corner.
And he responds right back with a hook right there. Great move by Calvin Lim. I really like Calvin. He's a great talent. He's really come through the system as a young player, national team, and he's still with it. He came up to me, he goes, bro, how old was I when you started commentating?
How old were you?
Good defense right here. Barkley flies to the rim. Boom! Let's get it on. Slammer, jammer, hammer by Kentrell Barkley.
Turnover turns into a fast break points. You got to keep it locked down. Now it's a 1-point game just before the end of the first.
Wade fires. Short. Zach Attack with the rebound. Calvin. Delvin. Barkley, the dunk machine. Will he go again? Will he take off? Or will he shoot? Or will he drive and kick? He drives, kicks, X-Man, kicks, shoot for the triple. In and out. What a quarter we have, and what a comeback by the Singapore Slingers.
Absolutely. You know, when you don't lock it down on the defensive end, that's an opportunity to attack back, and they were on a quick 4 or 5 point run before the end of the quarter, knowing that, you know what, when we convert from the defensive end, we just attack back, and that run just ends very, very quickly.
Just a minute here, Bernardo, because The referees are deliberating because of Coach Neo's protest. He thinks there's still some time on the clock. So they're checking at the moment. Coach Neo, he's so experienced. He has been the coach all the way with this franchise. He was also the Singapore national team coach once upon a time, but he did the two jobs at the same time, but he stepped down after a few years. There's still time. There's
Okay,
still
looks like they're gonna
1.2 seconds
1.2
left
seconds left.
on the first quarter clock. So they're going to go for the heave here. Heaves it, but that goes nowhere.
It goes nowhere. But you know what? I think it's great by Coach Neo to make sure that whatever time was left, it should be given back to the players, because you never know, especially right now, so early in the game. If there's enough time at the end, especially on the crunch time, any seconds, any time left could make a break for the game today.
Let's have a look at some of these highlights right here from the first period.
What you waiting for? Give them what they came for. This is what they came for. Long shot, but I got the reach. Pop, lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach.
One-on-one, check ball. You do know this is my house, right? Yeah, it's my house too.
No one can compete. I just do what comes natural. This is what they came for.
Welcome back, everybody. So, Coach Charles Dubois-Bray, or Coach Chuck, was telling his Macau team, look, take away that transition game.
Yeah.
That's why they're strong, off the turnovers. What do you think, Ardo?
That's absolutely correct, because because Macau Black Bears have turned in 5 turnovers this last period, and that's thanks to the Slingers defense of actually converting 4 steals in the last quarter.
Absolutely. Kentrell out, swing, Zach attack with a baseline, 2 misses. Tap here comes Iwade, but slow in transition again. They want to get it to the quad. Zach Helser work, Oh, spin move! Ooh, that would have been the highlight reel of all highlight reels, as he just did the whirlwind spin move, like a disco dance.
It's okay to not make those sometimes, because the play was right. He had the opportunity, spins it out, but it couldn't finish.
Iwade asking for it. Are they going to go catch and shoot? No. Drive, crossover, attacks. Oh, splits 2 Singapore defenders. The Minnesota Miracle Man, Iwade.
You can't underestimate his athleticism. When you give him space, he's going to find it behind the glass and knocks it down every time.
Swing by Delvin Go. Calvin Lim jabbing, driving. Good pass to X-Man. X-Man gets his first 2 points of this game. Xavier Alexander, the 2019 import MVP for the ABL, is on the scoreboard.
When you give him, when he's already in space, he just has to find the time, get inside and attack, because he had the mismatch as well.
So that's the quad with a big outside shot right there, and pushing the lead out to 4 points. Spin move, kick, Barkley posting up, mismatch right here. Oh, lost the handle. Two players chasing down on the drive and in. Very calm and collected right there by the young talent of the Macau team, and that is Yeng K Long.
I mean, when he jumped up for that shot, he was up in the air waiting for the defense to come down and somehow managed to bank it off the glass.
Daquan, Isaiah, handoff, Jennings, bounce pass, fly, son, reverse, oh! Isaiah Wade with ultimate ABL entertainment, and he creates a foul on the other side of the floor.
He's just going to keep on attacking the basket and make highlights after highlights. You better not go anywhere until the end of this game, everybody watching at home.
Wade, someone clamp his passport down. He's not leaving this wonderful league. A man that talented is going to get a lot of phone calls, but I'll be the call center.
I wish we could have that highlight again. We should watch
that
it again.
was amazing. He went up for the layup and just made an adjustment in the air for the reverse.
Such a
very athletic. Very athletic. No wonder he was in the Denver Nuggets G League team. He got the nugget right there.
Yeah. Well, Abram had to attack and had the chance to shoot and one, but when you have got that much momentum, you're just going to have to get the contact, and hopefully we'll be able to make the shot. But I think getting that call is enough to worry the defense so early in the first half.
And this is interesting for Singapore. They brought on Ma Jun Hao. And Ma Jun Hao is a very young player, 20 years old. He'll be leaving the team soon because he has to do national service. Don't forget, in Singapore, after high school, 2 years of national service. And no disrespect, that's where the Singapore sporting teams can't hang on to talents for too long because of the national service. So get the national service out of the way and then start your athletic career.
Does that apply for Malaysians too?
No. We Malaysians, we trust it's not part of the requirements. It's part of the requirements of the law of Singapore.
Singapore for sure.
So different cultures.
Yeah, different cultures.
It only applies for males though.
Oh.
Yeah. Drives. Oh, what a great move by Kelvin Lim. He has really grown over the years. Kelvin Lim.
I want to give confidence to Lim to shoot it above Abram.
Oh, that's a challenge right there. Kelvin Lim will start with the rebound as he took your advice there, right there, Arno. As he passes to the X-Man. X-Man right now looking for options. Fires. X-Man! The man who studied criminal justice has just tied it up right here. And because of that, Coach Chuck said that's a cardinal sin to let this Singapore team back in the game. But good job, Singapore.
Absolutely. I think this is an amazing game simply because we have two really great teams who are trying to find pace, and they're controlling it. They're taking their time, finding the right selection. Xavier Alexander just feeling it. He sees that there's a play coming up. He's actually been watching that shot for a while and then pulls it up at the last minute and just ties the game. Not even halfway through the second quarter.
So Coach Chuck, he's really saying to his players, do not let them take the shots. Take it away from them. Play our defensive game. They've got the speed to do it, because one thing about the locals of the Macau team, I mean, you're talking about guys like Kevin Chan, K Long, Pao Chong, Lau Chon Pong, Chan Chen Wai. These are very quick, speedy guys. They may not have the experience, they may not get a lot of minutes, but they're quick, athletic guys, you know? If there was a 30-meter sprint, a lot of these guys will be up there.
And you cannot underestimate when you give these minutes to the local players. I mean, when you look at the stat sheets, they produce maybe only 5-7 points in 60 minutes, but given the chance and the opportunity, they can deliver and bring impact to the game that the imports would highly appreciate when they're on the court.
As you can see, the crowd right here building up on this wonderful Sunday afternoon right here in Batam. Chon Pong will inbound to Daquan. Laquan Abram with 10 points at the moment. He's looking. Oh, alley-oop! Oh, tries to send in the special delivery, quick express pass to the flying Isaiah Wade, but no, the frequent flyer air points connection was not quite there.
You would think this is something that they already planned since the beginning of their practice.
Yep.
But I guess we just have to see it again later on in the game.
Posting up here, X on the spin, trying to beat the triple team. Rebound by that man right there, Isaiah Wade. He's probably chasing a double-double. Or he's probably, I wouldn't be surprised if he was on a double-double right now. Bounce pass. Isaiah lost the handle.
Oh, I think it was such a shame because he had a good move in and read it. He had a quick step to the left side, but kind of lost the ball, and now got a forced turnover for Slingers ball.
Just over 6 minutes to go before halftime. This game has flown. Zach Helser off the fake on the drive. Junhao kicks. Hesitation, but shoots. Oh, couldn't knock it in, but Kentrell Barkley, second chance.
I think boxing out is something that is underestimated or not talked about enough. Barkley, he had the position, but he still boxed out and got a free cleanup freebie down in the middle.
Wade working on Kentrell. Gets it over. Kentrell Barkley, one of the best players in this region. Put that on your CV.
And just when he gave props for Barkley's offense and cleaning up, he goes against Wade on the other end and just beats him on the punch on the other side.
Swing. Handoff. Fake. In the lane, lost the handle, but got it back. Helser pulls up. Misses the two. Who can win the rebound? Wade is dominating the boards. Wing. Out. Jennings. Drive. Sorry, that's not Jeng Laopong. Drive, turn. Oh, trying to go for the second chance. What for the follow, but no foul, says the ref. Spin, good move by X, and one. He gets the hoop and the arm. Xavier Alexander really cranking it up right here in the second quarter.
I think I want to appreciate the offense of the Slingers for a bit because they recognize the mismatch down the middle, and it passes right in. If you see it in the highlight right here, see, Alexander saw that there was no defense around him, and he asked for the ball, lays it in, backboard, and one.
Xavier Alexander first came to the ABL in season 2015-2016. He led the Singapore Slingers to the ABL Championships that year, and that year the Singapore Slingers were playing with only one ASEAN import and two American imports. Justin Howard was the other import that did very, very well. Big shout out to Justin Howard.
Yeah, wherever he is.
And his grandmother, Lenore. On the drive, out. Isaiah sets and shoots. Miss. Hamilton now back on court. This is going to give them more penetration. Hamilton gets it over Geddes to go in the tin.
Old school post-up move, baseline by Hamilton. Gets in the body first, gets some space, and then got an easy lay off the backboard again. Just beautiful, beautiful move.
And Singapore up by one. They haven't had the lead much today. They're going to enjoy this. Wide open for the triple. Miss. Wade. Another because the tip and the rebound. Jennings brings it up as usual. Off the screen by Wade. Skip pass. Fires. Miss. Rebound by X. Wade trying to chase X down. Looking a bit fatigued. And Helser couldn't catch the package.
I think it's amazing how Elser was just waiting at the corner. He knew that as the ball was coming down, he could take the shot, but just didn't anticipate the pass to be that quick coming from Barkley.
Being positive about Zach Helser, because he had a very good Singapore tournament in the first Invitational in Singapore on his home court. He's getting experience. He's 18 years of age.
Only 18.
Young guy. Turn around, release, miss. That was a quick shot right there. Barkley, Geddes, X, trying to attract the double team. Can't leave Geddes open. He's a good shooter, especially from the elbow and the baseline. Oh, deflection. That's going to be Singapore ball.
Singapore ball. And I think we have to pay attention to the Black Bears defense that are, I think it's a mix of a 2-3 zone, but then you find themselves one-on-one pressure, and it's just bothering the Slingers offense right now.
Inbound, Geddes up top, didn't pop. There it is. What did I say about leaving him open?
But not only that, if there was a replay again, you see that Hamilton actually turned around hoping that it was going to be a shot, but Geddes actually just got in closer for a closer top of the key shot.
Wade tries to get his way to the rim, tried to execute a Euro step. And Wade frustrated right now, not at the game, but at the refs. Look at Charles. Look at Charles.
Still talking.
Catch and shoot. Jennings miss. Wade with the rebound. Wade around. Oh, good block by Geddes. Here they come in transition. This is where they're dangerous. Singapore Slingers. No, Hamilton protects the rim. Daquan sets off with his jet shoes. Pass, pump fake, and in off the glass. That gets the Macau Black Bears bench erupting.
The Bears are totally taking their time, finding their transition after a rebound. Very difficult on the other end, but
and
then suddenly
knocks it in from downtown. Ma Jun Hao. And that his name, Ma, is such a conversational point in Malaysian Singaporean folk language. Oh, good disruption right there by Kwan, but Barkley gets it back. Got a body up and D up on Geddes. Larry Liu lost it but got it back. Larry looking for that shot. Geddes fires. Bang! What a shot by a local player who hasn't played many minutes in this tournament, or not this tournament, but the ABL. He's stepping up and making a name for himself. Ma Jun Hao. This is a young, prodigal talent who we can't wait to see how his career evolves here, today, and over the ABL.
I just want to point out that Slingers are very patient with their offense. They want to look at the best shot possible. They're waiting for that best shot selection, and it yields great reward at a corner three, an absolute beauty out the corner right side.
What did we do? Just check it out. Okay? We forgot about the process. Okay? Early in the game, you guys were moving it, playing pick and roll, rolling, moving it side to side. We're not doing that no more. So I get it, there might have been a few missed calls here, but we got to be better. What did we say before the game? It's exactly the way it's going to be. They're not going to whistle, but we got to be stronger. Okay? Those 2 minutes are critical. Okay? Bring it back. Bring it back to a 2-point game. Okay? Let's go.
If you heard that, Coach Charles said, bring it back to a 2-point game. Remember the game plan.
Yeah, I think when you're at a point where it's going away from you, you're just gonna have to slow down the pace, bring it back on the other end, on the defensive end, just lock it down so that you can begin your offense once again, determine the pace, and that's what I think the coach is what he's saying. With 2 minutes left, there's probably not more than 6 to 8 possessions left, and they want to make it count before they finish the first half.
Singapore relying on that good transition and that good press. Daquan. Oh, Daquan! Daquan Abram with one of the best plays. Just took it up, split the D, and scored. And that's where he's dangerous. You know, they've got some great ISO players, the Macau team. Here's the play right here by Singapore. And it looks like they're trying to execute what Coach Charles is saying, bring it back to a 2-point ball game.
And that's what Abram did. And we have to give credit to his just handling skills to come down straight from the top of the elbow, down the middle, and split the defense for that easy lay.
Singapore looking for to find a way, a good shot. I thought that was a foul right there. Foul drawn by X, I thought. Pushing foul. But it looks like it will go the other way. Jun Hao committed the foul according to the refs. Interesting. Look at this Singapore, like the press. This is very Singapore, how they try to press, especially they try to press the point guard. But the Kwan is so skillful. Hamilton at the elbow. Hamilton goes right against Geddes. Oh, beats Geddes and gets it over him for the banker.
Hamilton was by himself. There was no movement around, and he has to think, okay, should I attack? And he did.
Geddes with a hook. And does he get the roll? No. Look at Hamilton, the enforcer. They've got two great rebounders. The Macau team, D'Angelo Hamilton and Iway. Look at Kwan, kick, fires! In and out. Wade, out rebounds. Geddes, oh, he couldn't get it. Oh, unlucky, but here they come. Can they keep it in play? Good pass, rise up, boom! Hang time, says Geddes.
Beautiful recovery, an immediate opportunity for Geddes to slam it home and to bring that lead back up to 5.
Wade, unlucky not to score earlier with a dunk of his own. He sets the screen, pick and roll action, but Hamilton jabbing, driving, posting. Hook shot, no good. Good defense, CJ Geddes. And Singapore slowing it down. They want the last shot. Who will they get the rock to deliver it in the tin? X in the lane, kicks, Geddes wide open for the 3. Miss. I thought that was a foul right there, to be honest, on the 3-point line.
It kind of looked like that, but we're gonna end this half knowing that looks like Singapore's brand of basketball is working. They're working down the middle on a defensive end and attacking back where necessary, giving pressure for the Macau Black Bears to really rely on their imports, and the attack down the middle by both Wade and also Hamilton just proved just how much they need to step it up for this next half.
So let's have a look at the highlights here, everybody. But after the highlights, we're just gonna go for a short breather. But when we come back, Ardo and I are gonna break it down stats-wise and really talk further about this exciting game today between the Singapore Slingers and the Macau Black Bears. And this, at the moment, right here in Batam, it's the Slingers 45, Macau 40.
reach. Pop, lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach.
One-on-one. Check ball. You do know this is my house, right? Yeah, it's my house too.
Take charge, no one can compete. I just do what comes natural. This is what they came for. So what you waiting for? What you waiting for? Give them what they came for. This is what they came for. Long shot, but I got the reach. Pop, lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach.
One-on-one. Check ball. You do know this is my house, right? Yeah, it's my house too.
Take charge, no one can compete. I just do what comes natural. This is what they came for. So what you waiting for? What you waiting for? Give them what they came for. This is what they came for. Long shot, but I got the reach. Pop, lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach.
One-on-one. Check ball. You do know this is my house, right? Yeah, it's my house too.
Take charge, no one can compete. I just do what comes natural. This is what they came for. So what you waiting for? What you waiting for? Give them what they came for. This is what they came for. Long shot, but I got the reach. Pop, lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach.
One-on-one. Check ball. You do know this is my house, right? Yeah, it's my house too.
Take charge, no one can compete. I just do what comes natural. This is what they came for. So what you waiting for? What you waiting for? Give them what they came for. This is what they came for. Long shot, but I got the reach. Pop, lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach.
One-on-one. Check ball. You do know this is my house, right? Yeah, it's my house too.
Take charge, no one can compete. I just do what comes natural. This is what they came for. So what you waiting for? What you waiting for? Give them what they came for. This is what they came for. Long shot, but I got the reach. Pop, lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach.
One-on-one. Check ball. You do know this is my house, right? Yeah, it's my house too.
Take charge, no one can compete. I just do what comes natural. preach.
One-on-one. Check ball. You do know this is my house, right? Yeah, it's my house too.
No one can compete. I just do what comes natural. This is what they came for. So what you waiting for? What you waiting for? Give them what they came for. This is what they came for. Long shot, but I got the reach. Pop lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach.
One-on-one. Check ball. You do know this is my house, right? Yeah, it's my house too.
No one can compete. I just do what comes natural. This is what they came for. So what you waiting for? What you waiting for? Give them what they came for. This is what they came for. Long shot, but I got the reach. Pop lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach.
One-on-one. Check ball. You do know this is my house, right? Yeah, it's my house too.
No one can compete. I just do what comes natural. This is what they came for. So what you waiting for? What you waiting for? Give them what they came for. This is what they came for. Long shot, but I got the reach. Pop lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach.
One-on-one. Check ball. You do know this is my house, right? Yeah, it's my house too.
No one can compete. I just do what comes natural. This is what they came for.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. If you're just joining us for the very first time today, the game between the Singapore Slingers and the Macau Black Bears live right here at the Batam Invitational, the ASEAN Basketball League Season 11. You're with me, Ben Ibrahim, and my friend and superstar analyst for today and for the rest of the week, Dari Indonesia. We've got Ardo Carrier de Medio, a.k.a. Ardo, a.k.a. Bernardo.
Hey, good
Ardo,
job. Good job.
thank you very much. I got that name right because his name is very, very Susah to pronounce, but it's not all about Susah. It's about respect. But respectfully,
Hey, I appreciate
Ardo,
that. I appreciate that.
respectfully, Ardo, the Singapore Slingers, they didn't start so well today.
No, not really.
Couldn't get those points in the paint at the start of the game. But the comebacks of all comebacks, they lead 45-40 over the very, very talented Macau Black Bears.
If you've been joining us since the first quarter, watching the first two periods, you could see that it's a great match between two great teams who have two different brands of basketball. One that's more physical, the Slingers down the middle. Macau Bears are more about rotation and assist. And it's important for the Macau Bears who are shooting not as great overall, but we can see here the rebounds, which is amazing that the Singapore Slingers are actually being out-rebounded by the Bears. That is not expected. And the assists also, there's a rotation by the Slingers, 12 to 7. Field goals are looking pretty good for the Slingers. at 19 compared to 16.
But look at that, Ardo. Look at their defensive scheme. Points from turnovers.
That's right.
8 versus Macau's 2. And that, like I said, has been the hallmark of Coach Neo's style. Really press, get the ball back, bounce pass, get Xavier and Barkley to the rim, attack it from the wing. That's what they're so good at.
Yeah, and but the Macau Black Bears are giving Singapore Slingers a run for their money.
I was about to say that,
The attack back from Wade and as well as Hamilton down at the low block at the baseline, and Wade, when he comes from the top of the key and he attacks it in with his great athleticism, he's going to find a way to even lay it in on the side and get a foul call or get to the line for 2 free throws.
Absolutely. Great analysis there, my friend. I told you Ardo was one of the best, if not the. So, Ardo, the teams are coming on back right now. We're seeing a really good crowd here building up, you know, and it's really great to see the local fans coming to, to support these 2 teams. And I can't wait till when the Surabaya team come out. I think this place might be a full house.
A full house for
but
sure.
Wade, he was very frustrated with the certain calls in the first half.
And I think it's part of the challenge of being such a physical player when you attack down to the middle low so much, and ABL referees are just known just to not be convinced until you're probably on the floor, like, I don't know, splitting something open.
No comment about the referees. Some of them are my friends, so yes.
Okay.
I'm not going to say anything. They have the toughest job in the world. Open for Leung. Couldn't knock it down. And here they come in transition once again, but not coming out a million miles an hour. And that's a foul right there. Oh, that's a foul, off-ball foul right there.
Yeah, I think it's just a defensive check by Macau Bears. That's Laun Cho Pong. And he's picking up his first foul of the quarter really early on, and I'm not sure if that's going to be good if you're going to down the stretch when it really matters later.
CJ for the 2. Oh, gets the rolling in. This man cannot do any wrong from the mid-range.
Geddes is really getting his good looks around the elbow. Maybe it's a little too far off from him, but he just wants to make sure that he's cleared up so that Hamilton not going to be around him when he's shooting.
Lau Chon Pong. Oh, splashes it home from the outside. Chon Pong with the 3.
Lau Chon Pong, I think that was his bread and butter move. Top of the wing, he's open for that shot. He knocks it down.
X, pump fake. X lost the handle. Good D by the Macau team. Oh, that was a smart foul by Barkley. He knew he was beat.
Yeah, he knew that he had to stop the beat the transition on the other end, and everyone's surprised to get the call. Of course, no one is more surprised than Alexander to not get that call. If we show that replay again, but that was right after the supposed foul on Xavier Alexander, but Barkley had to stop the transition because the breakaway was just about to happen, and so now we have 2 free throws.
So at the line, Daquan Abram, he's played a lot of basketball around the world.
Looks like it's a flagrant call.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised because it was a real, like, I mean, not a shirt puller, an elbow pull, you know, it's like 2 out of 2 for Daquan. Really nice guy, by the way, very friendly guy. You know, he's at the perfect age. I think he's at the perfect time of his life. 26 years old age, 6'2". Wade. It's a 2-point ball game. Wade in trouble. Hamilton swings. Was that the 3-second call?
Oh, it's a 3-second call. I think he just stood too long down the middle. He was backing down for that post move and trying to kick it out, but he stayed inside the box and never got out.
That's why I said got the call. Call went against him. X. Daquan squaring up against X. There's a mismatch right there. Got to take advantage. Oh, good steal by Jennings Leung. He needs to be released. He's being chased down. Oh, that is disappointing, but never mind. It's back at it. We want to see a super close game. Barkley to CJ. CJ swing. Good screen there by Delvin. X-Man with a pass. CJ puts it in. And that's what they're going to do. Get it to the big man.
That was a more difficult shot than it looks because it was on his right side, contorting to make sure he could lay it in, but he somehow managed to get it.
Every time Macau come back close, It is Singapore push away again. Jennings with the spin. Actually, that was a pretty good smart move by Jennings. He knew that he had a double team on him, and he saw the contact really well.
The commentary the other day with Coach Brian, he loves this kind of attack down the middle and get the foul calls, and just to really make the referees work and also make the defense, earn and make them really think, because down the stretch when the foul trouble really counts, it's going to matter. Are they going to challenge the offense, or are they just going to let it go? And so if you establish that in the second half early on, this is good for the Macau Bears.
So Jennings Leung, who studied a psychology and international development degree at Macau University. He doesn't speak Mandarin, but he wants to win. Very competitive guy, great athlete. X looking for the opening. There it is again. Oh, it doesn't go down this time, and Delvin Go couldn't grab the rebound. He almost had it.
If I were the Slingers, I think we could just live with that elbow shot all night long.
Yeah,
because Geddes is getting a good look, and eventually it will knock down every time.
How many points has Geddes got now?
I think he has over
number 34.
14 points.
That's good.
Of the night.
And a lot of rebounds. Wade Hamilton for the baseline too. Couldn't get it in. CJ Geddes with another rebound. He's looking like if Singapore take this game, I think he might be player of the game. He pump fake. Oh, good D, but there's contact right there by D'Angelo Hamilton. Ooh, he is on a thin line at the moment because of foul. Ooh, foul. Is that his fourth foul or third foul?
I believe this is first, actually.
No.
Oh, no. That might be his third. It's actually his third.
That is his third foul.
His third foul.
It sent the scoreboard in Rutgers at the moment because it's just good. And this is giving the Singapore team a free opportunity to push out in front by 4 points. And Geddes, an outstanding player, not the most athletic guy in the world, I'll be honest. The man who graduated from Rutgers University, but he's so effective because of his size, his length, his wingspan, his IQ. Daquan out. Jennings shoots for two. Jennings Leung puts it away for the News.
That jab stop is looking good for Jennings. He's going to do it all night because they're giving space.
Wade and CJ contesting for the rebound and came off. The Singapore player, but there was a foul right there, so 3-point ball game. Nothing separating these two teams. It's been a good one today. Jennings working on Larry Liu, around Larry Liu. Hamilton, pass, drive. Wade out. Oh, rise up! Yes, puts it away. A 1-point ball game. D'Angelo Hamilton says, I might be in foul trouble, but I can still be effective in the paint.
The kick out is always good, and when you want to drive it in, you usually get a good look.
They're trying to get an open look right here. X-Man with a spin kick. CJ for the two. Rolls around and not in. And that possession belongs to Macau. Macau on a good run at the moment here, Ardo.
Well, I think we were just saying about Geddes, he just could get a look at that shot all night long, but if he starts to not make him, maybe they need to worry, should we have a different option on the offense?
Quan with the cross, Quan with the drive, Quan with a scoop, couldn't get the hoop. X brings it up. He's really had a good second quarter, X. Barkley looking for the step back. He's surveying. What can he navigate around? He's being double teamed. Delvin with a fadeaway. It's good. Delvin Go. The young veteran of Singapore pushes up the Singapore lead once again.
That shot needed to be made because they've been not making the last 3 shots previous, so it was good for the Slingers to bring the lead back up to 3.
Jennings, the Quan fires. Bang! It's all tied up right here in Batam.
And suddenly the spacing is working for the Black Bears. Their shooting is normally not that good, but it looks like the Slingers have to respect the perimeter shooting from now on.
Absolutely, they're coming into it. Double team, good D, pump fake, jab, shoot, basket. Any three you can shoot, I can shoot as well, says Barkley.
Back and forth, you know, when both teams are on fire, they're going to fire at all cylinders and make sure that they're giving up a show for all of us tonight.
Quan on the drive. Oh, good D, gets it back, great. Rim protection there by Singapore. Not a quick transition, but here they come. Larry Liu off the fake. CJ, can't let him take off a shoot. X-Man for the triple. Couldn't get that to go. Macau. Looking, where is it? Wade with the screen. Hamilton will fire for the triple. Couldn't land it in the tin. Barkley, will he go for a Godzilla shot if you get that joke? That's a 90s joke. Step back with a Godzilla three-point attempt. Charles Barkley was known as Godzilla back in the day.
I don't recall his nickname to be a Godzilla, really.
Who's that?
Charles Barkley?
Godzilla.
Is it really?
Yeah, well, back in the day it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was wondering about it.
Yeah, you. Don't tell me you're calling me an old man.
I'm not. I mean, I'm not exactly young either, but
Yeah, pretty good of a guy with no white hair.
it's starting to pop actually.
Well, these two teams, one apart from the outside. Quan, bounce, Hamilton. Will that pump fake attack? Oh, tip, no. Ooh, get slammed there by Kelvin Lim, but not intentionally, of course. Can't let this man take off with the finger roll. Too easy for CJ Geddes.
Slingers getting advantage because Hamilton is still on the other end trying to fix his face, getting hit by Calvin right the play before. So that was a good, quick transition move by Slingers.
Now the Macau Black Bears will be disappointed with this score right now because they had it fade away. It's good, Jenning Leung. He is such a talented backcourt player, isn't he?
That was a difficult shot right down on the base, not on the low block.
Zach attack with a miss. CJ Geddes, someone put sugar in his shoes because he is just too good in the paint.
I think Geddes is really taking advantage of the mismatch because Hamilton is still shaking if you just look at him on the side there.
Wade splits three defenders to make this a three-point game once again. Barkley playing at the facilitator. X playing at the 2 and 3. CJ with the screen. X-Man. Step back two. It's good. You got to body up on the imports. These guys can't shoot and they can't set the screen. They're strong, athletic players. I mean, with the exception of Geddes, not athletic quick, but athletic, very, very powerful. Leo hanging on to it. Hamilton, unlucky to miss a few shots. Trying to do a cross. Fires. Bang! Hamilton!
I was just going to say, we have to worry about Hamilton. He seems to be shaken up from that hit from Calvin before, about 4 possessions ago. But as he's shaking his head, he looks at the top of the key, and he's all open, so he takes the shot and splashes it in.
Zach Helser cut it middle with a middle cut, but Alexander drawing a double team. He's got last quick in the lane, floater, and one. No, goes the my mistake. Goes the other way. 3-second call. 3-second violation. Basket will not count. So Delvin Go back on court right now for Singapore. CJ Geddes needs a breather because he's doing a lot of the offensive work at the moment. 20 points. It's a timeout call right here. Ardo, you've been quiet because you have been shell-shocked by the change of pace constantly in this quarter.
No, it's true, and I want to point out Hamilton is just such key for the roster of the Macau Bears, and if I'm their coach, I would worry so much about that hit in the face. You can tell about 3 possessions afterwards he wasn't inside the paint, and I wish I could see the highlight again, but he's just coming back very slowly. And in fact, the reason why he got that free look at the 3-point line is because he's not inside as normal. And so I'm wondering, will he be ready for the final leg, the final quarter down the stretch from that hit that he got from Kelvin? And so we'll have to wait and see. But given how talented he is, he was given a free look, takes a look at the three, knocks it down.
Let's talk about, I really like that analysis there. Let's talk about the locals, because ASEAN Basketball League, the end game is to produce really, and grow superstar talented locals.
Yep.
I mean, I'm really impressed here by Calvin Lim, number 22 of Singapore. I keep saying this today, once upon a time a young man, and now playing with a man possessed with 6 points. Once upon a time, he couldn't even get 6 minutes. So I'm very proud of him. I'm very proud of Junhao, who's got 6 points as well. Still a young talent who is yet to do his national service. What about you, I mean, in terms of the Macau team and the Singapore team as a newbie to the ABL, someone who hasn't seen them over the years, but seeing what they're producing on the floor today?
Well, when I look at the stat sheets for the team, I pay attention to how many minutes that the local players have. And with the little minutes that they have, the impact that they bring, can you imagine if you just give them 7 more minutes? You're absolutely right. This is a great place to develop Asian basketball.
Absolutely. Wade, well, good D, very good D. And here comes Barkley. Pass. Zach pass with to Barkley. Very good pass by Zach Helser with the dish. And Barkley finished it right there at the rim. Extends the Singapore lead once again to 4 points. Jennings, Wade fires for the triple. Short. The air conditioning took that one. Here comes Barkley off the crossover. Oh, but not the best pass, and a really good move right there by Junhao to slap it off a Macau player.
Yeah, there was a bit of a miscommunication there on the side there on the corner. He wasn't sure where he was going to pass it to, and it ended up hitting one of the player's legs.
Helser, you got to body up on him. He will hit you when you least expect it. He loves those cuts. Delvin, go! Couldn't get that to go like his name. But here comes Quan on the go. Wade thought about the shot. Hamilton, he can hit it from the outside. Quan, there's over 30 seconds to go. Quan working on Barkley. He said, I need some help. I need a screen. Deflection, but got it back. Jennings for the triple. Bang! Jennings Liu makes this a 1-point ball game as we're hitting down the stretch for the third at the end of the third quarter.
That was a really long 33-footer that it seems impossible, but when Jung is feeling it, he's going to fire it, and now the game is a 1-point game.
Zach Helser, can he do a Zach attack? Turnover. Here they come. They need to shoot now. Fires. Oh! Beats the horn. And for the very first time in a while, it is the Macau Black Bears that push in front by a deuce. Say something, brother. Say something. Let's have a look at this highlight. Fires. Hot sauce and chicken sauce.
You can never take it. You can never underestimate when you just have only 4 seconds left, and you thought that steal was not good enough. But when Abram being that talented, knowing that he has so much space left at the perimeter wing on the right side, he locks it up, goes up in the air, sees the opening, and end the third quarter with an exclamation mark.
And our fans getting really excited by Pat Johannes, our very talented MC. But let's have a look at the highlights right here, everyone. Welcome back, everybody, to the game. What a game we have, Ardo. 66-64. That outside shot that beat the horn by Daquan Abram to make this a 2-point ball game.
I actually want to give credit to the turnover that's made a steal by Jennings.
turnover, steal,
the
yeah.
steal, actually, that gave the opening for that last shot. Now we're going to begin the final quarter. This exciting match. Did I say game?
Yeah, I'm going to charge you a donut for every time you say match. Baseline 2 to tie it up. They sky for that rebound. Look at that swarming D by the Macau team. But need to do a better job on the X-Man because he can hit those pull-up jumpers.
Very tough shot, and this is where experience comes in. When you are in the final quarter, when fatigue is kicking in, X-Man Xavier Alexander showing what it means to play in the ABL.
Hamilton in the lane. Hook shot hits. It is a seesaw battle right here at Batam. Great game. We couldn't have asked for a better game. Unpredictable. Local talent. International talent. The shake and bake by Kelvin Lim. Delvin Go posting up. Delvin Go to attack. And gets it in over D'Angelo Hamilton. Talk about local talent stepping up. He just stepped up and hit that basket. Delvin Go with the go basket.
It takes so much confidence for Delvin Go to go over Hamilton, but he did it anyways.
Oh, what a floater right there. Whoa, they've got to stop the game. That's Jennings Leung with a threw up a floater in the lane to give Macau back the lead, but X-Man, he says, no way, Jose. It's me. I love his confidence. I've always loved X-Man's swagger on the drive to attacks. Oh, very, very brave move there by Jennings Leung to attack the paint and gets it to try to get it to the rim and takes on 3 Singapore defenders. Ardo, what say you, Ma?
What say you, Ma? Look, it is clear to me that they're saving all their energy for the final quarter here, and you already have 4 possessions that are run. Like it's almost like a fast-paced, Mike D'Antoni type, 7 seconds or less, and they're just trying to get the early breakaway in this final quarter, and you could see that both teams are attacking very, very aggressively.
2 out of 2 for those pair of free throws for Jennings Leung. He's had an outstanding game and an outstanding tournament. He's got 12 points at the moment, but the way he shares the ball, he hustles, he gets the steals. It's going to be interesting who's going to be the player of the game in this one. X, screen by Delvin Go. X-Man looking for that step back, surveying, driving. He'll attack. Yes, good move by X. That's experience by X.
Just want to point out that the last 3 buckets have been made by X-Man.
Oh, no, he's good. He can set the runs. He can set the tempo. 1-point game. Jennings. Quan. Oh, good block by Swat there by Barkley. Very, very intelligent. Quan didn't see it. And can Quan punish? No, Hamilton says, right back at you. 2 shots for Barkley.
I don't know if the replay is going to show, but Barkley was actually boxing out knowing that there was nobody behind him for that tossed lob down the middle. Gets it, about to attack, but Hamilton was ready just on the low block just to make that perfect block in, but it recovered by Barkley, so now he's trying to put it back to clean it up, but couldn't do it, so he goes to shoot for 2 at the charity stripe.
Cantrell Barkley, a big shout out to his girlfriend, Kristen. He's got a lot of love in his life, Kristen. His 2 mothers, Beth and Barbara. He played for the Santa Cruz Vipers, the feeder team to the Houston Rockets. He's a really nice guy as well. Very, very approachable. Nice, super nice guy. I can really see him and I becoming long-term friends, actually.
Okay.
As you do in this job with all the players. They're really good people in the ASEAN Basketball League. Very humble. Jennings Leung. He wants the win. Hamilton for the triple. Miss. Barkley, he skies for the rebound, saying, let's calm it down. We have the lead. X-Man starting to heat up. He had a good second quarter, having a very, very good fourth quarter. X-Man at the moment. Delvin. Larry Liu should cut. Screen by Delvin. Kelvin Lim off the shake and the bake. Lost the handle. Hook front-end shot. And Barkley there to clean it up.
What a difficult move by Barkley. I actually thought that was an N1 because his face really got hit much more than what he expected.
Off the fake. Jennings being double teamed. No look. And back to the basket. Move there by, back to the basket bucket there by Daquan. Here's X-Man surveying at the, working on I-Wade. Screen there by Calvin Lim. Barkley thought about the triple as he goes for the drive. No CJ Geddes. Fires by Delvin Go. Gets it to go from the outside. Delvin Go on fire today. 7 points, 7 big points.
Black Bears are really need to rethink their defense. Their perimeter defense is not good enough to put their hands up to the Slingers shooters.
I-Wade has been a bit quiet. Good pass, but pump fake, and that's just strength and power by D'Angelo Hamilton.
Patience is the name of the game, and Hamilton is looking for the best chance, but I also want to give props for the dime that was given by Wade.
Barkley, they've got to stop Barkley. He's too strong and athletic. I think CJ Geddes is injured. Oh, lost the handle right there. What do you think about CJ Geddes? Was he like, he walked off fine earlier?
No, I think this is a classic coaching decision to save him for the final stretch. I'm sure he's going to come back in maybe in the next
hit
couple
like
minutes.
4 hook shots. He's done well today. CJ Geddes, maybe Coach knew, and he's done this before in his career, in his ABL career, really trusting the locals.
Yeah, absolutely. I think trust is also so important for the rotation to know that, okay, when it's time for me to rest, I could rest, and my guys could take care of everyone on the court.
Oh, look at that afterburners. He put on the jet shoes and flew to the tin, glides to the cup. Daquan, cannot say any more about this young, talented man who's just made it a 1-point ball game. But they, like you said, they got to tighten up on defense. Out wide open there for the baseline too. Couldn't punish. Hold the tip in there by Kentrell Barkley, who is a menace for the Macau team right now.
The domino effect from just a baseline shot that takes forever leaves the defense just wandering around, giving a chance for the cleanup on the offense.
Daquan, fires a long three, misses. Good rebound by I-Wade. They'll go again. They'll reset the Macau Black Bears. Can they claw their way back in front? Turn around. Couldn't hit it. Rebound there by Calvin Lim as he brings it up quickly. He tried to do the killer crossover over Daquan Abram, but now it's X-Man. X-Man, great composure. And he will get 2 shots from the charity stripe, Xavier Alexander.
This is the best decision by Xavier Alexander to actually go into the lane and get that foul call, because what you want to do is give foul trouble for our big man, because we are in the last quarter. It's time to pull out all the stops and put that destruction down in the middle.
Xavier Alexander, the man from Oklahoma. A big shout out to Cade Davis, who is his best friend.
Oh, his best buddy. Where is he?
Yeah, and Cade Davis used to play for the KL Dragons. And he was an outstanding shooter. Him, Amir Bell, Will Artinho, Simeon Lepichev, Kwek Ten Yuen, who's now with the NS Matrix. So that team was, unfortunately, couldn't go all the way because of the pandemic.
Right.
But Macau now on the back foot again because of poor interior and perimeter defense. But good pressure by Delvin Go. Daquan with the pass, releases for the triple, miss. Shots not going down for Macau. Ardo.
An absolutely good defense, but it looks like there's a foul call by Alexander just as the rebound was made to begin the offense again, and he doesn't look very happy at this moment.
I wouldn't be either. Did you see the way he showed his emotion and just jumped in the air and said, what the, you know what? Xavier Alexander with 20 points. It's a timeout. Look at this. What do you think he said? Man, oh man?
Wow. Well, unfortunately, there's no censorship on live here on YouTube or wherever you're watching around the world. Live stream. But I think he said words that may need to be censored, and for a good cause, because they want to take advantage of the moment here. It's only about 4 minutes left, and given the pace and just the back and forth, the pendulum swing of this whole match, you can see that every play counts. And now Xavier, he's a veteran. He understands that just one play could just bring it all back around, and that one foul call, he knows that he always got one foul, so he's not in trouble at all. But that's enough to make him so upset that he just can't, let the referees just get what he wants.
But I'm really, you know what, this is such a talented team, the Macau team, Ardo. But you know what, that defense, because they've got the players to do it.
Absolutely.
But they're just they're just really not aware of it, that because their offense is so strong.
When you have firepower like that, you may feel like, okay, you know what, on the defensive end, I don't need to lock up. But this is the crunch time. This is the time to actually step up on the defensive end. Otherwise, this match could be over before you know it.
This game, you owe me 3 donuts right now.
Oh, is that my third donut?
Yes, it's third donut. You're the donut muncher right now.
Donut muncher, yeah. Is there Dunkin' Donuts here?
Oh, well, we'll find out, okay?
Oh, it looks like we're moving to the other side.
So advantage Singapore at the moment, down the stretch, 3:49 to go. Still some time left, but they have a 5-point lead, which will give them the confidence that they can get this done. I mean, Singapore, a grind-out victory against a very talented Saigon Heat. Alexander lost the handle, but Barkley gets it back, launches it. Hamilton got to hang on to the package.
That's a shot clock violation? No.
I think it might be.
Might be.
No,
it didn't hit the rim.
No, wasn't. So that's why they didn't do a shot clock violation. 3:31 to go. They need a basket from this possession right here. They stop the clock. Daquan bringing it up. Barkley trying to stay with Daquan with a mismatch. Wade, no fancy shots here. Just keep it simple. Need a 2. Good defense right there by Singapore. If Singapore take this, it will be the defensive game that gets him the victory. Swing and creating good open looks. Ardo, Kelvin to X-Man. X-Man posting up, out. Delvin, he's had a good game. Drives! Oh, and lays it in. Where was the interior defense of Macau?
Pure high IQ by Delvin Go, knowing that he could take his time, but then no one's attacking. He wants to take the momentum down to the middle and brings it in for another lead for the Slingers.
Jennings fires, missed. The shot's not going down for the Macau team, and they are really, his back's against the wall sort of stuff right now. Barkley and Singapore taking their own sweet time. Rejection, but a foul right there.
Who's fouled?
And is that Hamilton with another foul? Because he might be fouled out if that's the case. He might. Contrell Barkley.
It's
22 points, the second leading scorer in this game. The leading scorer is Daquan Abram with 24 points. .219 to go. Barkley can make this an uphill task for the Macau team, but he sends them a lifeline.
Yeah.
He sends them the Singapore team, but Daquan saying, we don't need charity, we need buckets. And we need a big, big bucket right here. Daquan goes to work. And X-Man saying, nope, you're not gonna get it over me. So Daquan trying to carry this on his shoulders, Ardo.
And this is what happens down the stretch when fatigue kicks in. They're wondering, okay, who's gonna step up for us? And the stars are shining right now, and X-Man is showing why he's a veteran in this league.
Turn around 2, couldn't get that to drop.
Another foul, I think, by Delvin Go. And it's going to be a possession for the Macau Bears.
So who's your tip for player of the game? Let's do the nasi goreng bet. Nasi goreng bean fried rice.
Okay. I think it's interesting that Geddes is not back yet at all. I thought he's going to be back soon, but not yet.
Hamilton turns it over. X gonna slow it down right here. Look at this Singapore team. Smart move. Take some time off the clock. Not impossible for Macau to come back, but Singapore with their talented leaders, Xavier Alexander off the bounce pass. Geddes out. Fires. Miss. Tap. Hamilton. Oh, Delvin Go. Barkley. Oh. And a block right there by Lau Chon Pong.
Yeah, it's so hard to tell what really happened because Lau Chon Pong felt like he didn't touch it. It was just off of Barkley's own hand. And so they thought they're going to get the ball back, but it turns out that it's going to be more Slingers possession to really ice out this game.
I'm going to go with Kentrell Barkley for player of the game.
I think that's a good one. I should have.
It's too slow, man.
I should have locked in that one.
Hurry up.
As
they say in Cantonese, lai. Which means faster.
There's so many great players, and Geddes was just coming in, and there's one to look at. He also has 20 points with 6 rebounds, 2 assists. So I don't know. I feel like the impact is really CJ Geddes, but you're right. I think Barkley might be the player of the game. He's everywhere.
No, if I were you, I would say Xavier Alexander.
Fourth quarter man.
Yeah, or second and fourth quarter man. Yeah. He likes his even numbers. So yeah, okay, you'll say Xavier Alexander because you know what? His defense has been solid today.
He's stepping it up for this quarter. I mean, with I believe 6-8 points in the quarter immediately. 2 3-pointers and then 1 attack down the middle. He's been rebounding and made a couple of steals. Just showing that he's waiting for the right time to come out. And if you're a Slingers fan, you're wondering, is X-Man still the same man? Well, I think that's now you don't have to wonder no more, don't you?
Absolutely. 1 minute and 26 seconds left. Singapore want to get this done. Still no CJ Geddes. It's still Kelvin Lim, Larry Liu, Delvin Go, Xavier Alexander, and Kentrell Barkley for the Macau team. Jennings Leung, I Wade, D'Angelo Hamilton. They're going to go with Daquan and Lau Chon Pong. He's going to waste a bit of time. If they can get a bucket, it's going to be a dagger. For the dagger right here. Bang! Larry Liu. All the way from Orchard Road in Singapore. Hits that. And here they come again. Momentum. The finish line is not far away for Singapore.
When you mention a dagger, it's not just a dagger. You dagger it and then you spin it. You know how when you make sure that it bleeds?
You know what? You know what I call it? Dagger stagger. They hit the dagger and then Macau staggered.
It's staggered. Exactly as it happens.
And Macau will be kicking themselves about this game. They really, really will. Because they hit the front at times by executing some very, very good offensive sets. And you know what I noticed about today, Ardo? Coach Charles and Coach Neo both have a lot of questions for the referees.
Well,
and I'm not saying that as a criticism to the referees. Were the calls communicated clearly?
Yeah. And
go ahead, sorry.
No, I just want to say that it's just so difficult to officiate at such a high level. And it looks like the referees are going behind to see an instant replay. Do we do instant replays?
Yeah, we do,
right? Okay.
Yeah, very much so.
So are the reviews being
in previous
done?
seasons, no.
Okay.
But it's a new thing that's been implemented. And in Malaysia, where I'm from, all the professional leagues, the Major Basketball League, the D League,
Okay.
has started to, the women's leagues as well, have started that as well. So
I'm
following the FIBA rules.
then in that case, I'm surprised that it's not used more, because some of the previous matches, like yesterday, I think the matches were between the NS Matrix and just the very Zamboanga. I mean, it was just so physical, and I was wondering, like, if they had an instant replay, could they have just overturned some of the calls? But
Definitely. I mean, I will be honest, as a neutral, even though the referees are, some, not all of them, but some of them are my friends. I don't know some of them, but the calls today were 50-50. Some of the calls were 50-50. Yeah, it's not an easy job. I've been a referee in other sports.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was a referee in rugby, so I know how hard it is. If the winning team will always call you the best referee in the world, the losing team will call you like the worst of the worst. And you should not be allowed to referee. It's a tough gig, but it's a human gig. It's a human endeavor.
It's a human endeavor.
And without them, we have no game, literally. So to the men and women with the whistle for basketball, thank you for your sacrifice, and thank you for your thick skin. The Quan, they need a shot deflection, got it back. They're really neutralizing the Quan Abram. Wade off the cross, tries to go for the sauce. Yes! Oh. But he might be a little bit out of time. It's a two-possession game. They need to stop right here. X-Man. Was that a foul committed by Delvin Go?
Oh.
Pushing foul.
Delvin Go pushed. This is a key possession here. If Slingers could stop this run from this three-pointer from Wade, you could pretty much call it done. But we'll see what the defense gives them.
They can't foul. Just have to wall up and don't let them get an open look. Tate does Calvin Lim with the missed three-point attempt. Here they come, pushing the pace. Kick. Oh, lost the handle right there. And is that the game?
It might be it.
Yeah, what to do? Yeah. And again, the hallmark of Coach Neo and Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson is the assistant coach of the Singapore Slingers, but he's also the general manager. I've always wondered how that worked, by the way. Your assistant coach is your boss.
Boss.
Yeah, but it works. It works. They get
and you thought it was a tough gig to be a referee.
Yeah, I thought so too. But you're in the penalty with the donuts, my friend. I'm not letting you go on that one. Yeah. I give.
So what's the tougher one? What's the tougher job? Probably, I say it's mine.
Yeah, because you know what?
Because I'm the one that
you're critiquing the plays, and you probably have 24 players coming at you after the game and say, "What did you say?
What did you say to me?"
Trust me, I had a girl called Erin McGarrigan, who is from the Scotland national team. She came up to me in one tournament in Malaysia when the Malaysian team played the Scottish team, and she said to me, "How dare you call me slow on TV?" I said, "Well, you weren't a cheetah or a leopard." So I call it what it is. And right now, what it is, it's Singapore 88, Macau Black Bears 81, 23.1 seconds left in this game. I highly doubt we're going to go to overtime. And Ardo, for Macau, I mean, let's give credit to where credit is due. Yeah. Singapore didn't start well, but came back well. Their defense, their transition game, and winning without CJ Geddes predominantly in the second half.
Yeah, it was interesting that the third quarter ended with that big bucket three-pointer by Abram. And you thought that, the momentum and the confidence would just help them to just close out this game. But it turns out that Xavier Alexander just popped in and began to drop a couple of three-pointers and attack the middle, rebounded, a couple of interceptions, and he's just, surprising everybody that down at the stretch, like he's still giving it all. And I could say that he's been saving all that energy for this very moment in the fourth quarter.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Singapore is now the favorite for the championship with their momentum at the moment, defeating a very talented Saigon Heat team, defeating this very talented team right here. Oh man, Jennings, he needs a three. Fires, miss. And that will be almost that, says the Singapore Slingers as they bring it up. They're gonna win this game 88-81 over the Macau Black Bears. Congratulations to both teams for giving us a fantastic, entertaining four-quarter game. It's the Slingers who take this one 88-81. What do you think, Ardo? Your thoughts?
This came down to the wire. It was a very intense game from beginning till end. First 3 quarters, they did their best to move in transition, to play their pace, slowing it down, finding the right shot, and just passing the rock around. But it was finally a Slingers game when they began to attack on the defensive end and just putting the pressure on Macau Black Bears. Their shooting got a little worse, but which is funny because the three-pointer by the Macau Black Bears are actually not that bad. They actually shot over 45%, 41% by the Macau Black Bears. That seemed to not be matched. That seemed to shoot better than Singapore Slingers, who shot 35%. And so the rebounding game is a whole different story as well. You thought that Slingers would get more, but no. Looks like the Macau Black Bears are the ones with the extra rebounds of 37 compared to 35. And we have all these points made from Daquan, Jalen Abram, 24 points, 3 rebounds. He shot 71% from 3, and you would think he needs to shoot more. He could have taken more shots, but he didn't. And we have okay, here's the highlight of Hamilton once again, and more transition to Barkley with the dime from number 5, Heltzer. A good look there. Looks like Ben is ready to interview, which is possibly the MVP of the night, Xavier Alexander.
The player of the game, Xavier Alexander, over 20 points today, also known as the X-Man, and this man is also the 2019 ABL MVP import, a real classic player in the ABL. X-Man, great game, but let's roll back the minutes of the game. Started a bit sluggishly, but where was the turning point?
I just think one thing about our team is we're never going to give up. So if we start slow, then once we get going, then I think we're hard to beat.
Now, talk about hard to beat. In the Saigon game, we all thought you were going to lose. In this game, maybe it was looking like that. But over 2 very talented teams, the Saigon Heat and the Macau Black Bears, you just found a way to get it done. Has this increased your confidence that you can finally lift the trophy at the end of season 11 ABL?
Yeah, I'm not really thinking about the trophy now. You know, we're just trying to play one possession at a time, one game at a time. And when we get there, then we'll worry about the trophy.
And final question, adjustments to make this team better day by day.
We're just going to keep working hard, keep feeding each other confidence, and, you know, keep beating the odds.
Well, thanks very much, X-Man. Great game. Just stay there right there, my friend, because we're going to end the show with you. Thanks, everybody, for watching this game between the Singapore Slingers and the Macau Black Bears. A very, very good performance by the Singapore Slingers, but the next game is just a few moments away right here on ABL live stream. Join us. My name is Ben Ibrahim, and on behalf of Ardo and everybody here at the ASEAN Basketball League, take care, thanks, and we'll see you in the next game right here on the ASEAN Basketball League in the lovely city of Batam, Indonesia. Catch you soon.
This broadcast of the ASEAN Basketball League may not be reused in any way, shape, or form without an express written consent of the ABL.